Thanks for joining me again, everyone. My name is Nikki Wenzer. I'm a culinary wellness coach and I help you find gut health happiness. I specialise in digestive issues and in the connection between gut health, stress and anxiety. Now, last week I shared a video on inflammation that you can see here on my YouTube channel, or follow the link below in the first comment if you're watching via Facebook. I really want these videos to help as many people as possible, so please help me by liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. Of course, I welcome you to share them as well. So in summary, last week I discussed what inflammation is, how it affects the body and what we can do to reduce inflammation. This week I'm going to delve further into how what we eat can significantly affect inflammation in the body. Now, the standard Western diet is rich in processed foods, saturated fats and sugar, and it's low in whole foods, fruit and vegetables. So if you saw my last video, then you learned that the most pro-inflammatory foods are refined carbs, fried foods, sodas and sugar loaded foods, processed meats and saturated or trans fats. However, healthy foods can also trigger an inflammatory response in the body, especially those foods that we have an adverse reaction to. Now, there are three paths that these reactions can follow. And two of them involve the immune system and one doesn't. So when the immune system gets involved, we experience food allergy or food intolerance. The difference being the type of antibody the immune system triggers. So food allergies cause an immediate immune system reaction. There's a rapid release of histamine, and the allergic reaction can cause breathing problems and low blood pressure. Symptoms can include like tingling of the mouth, hives, itching, swelling of the lips, the face, the tongue and the throat, and cause breathing problems. Now, these symptoms can be severe or life-threatening. And anybody experiencing this type of reaction should avoid the offending food for life. So examples of food allergies are peanuts, shellfish, eggs, fish, wheat, gluten, milk, sesame and soy. In fact, in the UK, the most potent 14 allergens must be stated by law on packaging as ingredients. Now, food intolerances that involve the immune system tend to be non-specific and present a multitude of symptoms. Now, according to Allergy UK, 45% of the population suffers from a food intolerance. Now, this type of intolerance involves a delayed reaction to a food that could occur like hours, even days after you've eaten it. Now, there's over 100 different allergic symptoms, like various different gut reactions, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, anxiety, arthritis, eczema, IBS, itching, weight gain, weight loss. They've all been linked to this kind of food reaction, as well as many different types of medical diseases. Now, these symptoms can persist for many days, even months and years, but they're not life-threatening. These symptoms can also be reversed by eliminating the offending food. But if you continue to eat that food, it's going to keep triggering the immune system, and that leads to chronic inflammation, and it generally gradually appears and then it persists as symptoms in the body that most people just learn to live with. Now, there are a number of companies that offer something called an IgG food antibody test. And the IgG is the antibody that this kind of reaction triggers. But the most effective way of determining what your intolerances are is through an exclusion diet. Now, the third type of food intolerance doesn't involve the immune system, and it's likely due to a deficiency in enzymes, digestive enzymes, or due to some sort of chemical or pharmacological reaction. So an example of this would be a deficiency in lactose. So many people are lactose intolerant. Now, that is where a person has a deficiency in the enzyme that breaks down the milk sugar, lactose, in milk. It's an enzyme called lactase. So a deficiency of that means the body can't break down lactose properly and causes reactions. Now, histamine is another common intolerance. Now, chemical reactions may be caused by MSG in Chinese food, sulfites, or common natural and artificial additives. So colour is a common additive that causes reactions. Now, things get even more complicated when you consider the number of autoimmune and autoinflammatory diseases that involve different immune system reactions. Conditions such as Crohn's disease, celiac, and rheumatoid arthritis. And just to muddy the water a little bit more, if you're suffering from a disease that damages the intestinal tract, then you're likely to be more susceptible to food reactions due to the loss of integrity in the intestinal wall. Because what that means is that undigested food can pass through the intestinal wall, and the immune system really doesn't like that. So foods that may be fine when you're healthy may cause you really distressing reactions when you're sick. So what can you do to reduce inflammation? Well, as discussed in last week's video, you should remove pro-inflammatory foods from your diet. Engage in regular exercise, get quality sleep for at least 7 or 8 hours each night, and utilise different tools and techniques to help you manage stress and anxiety effectively. Now, the type of diet to follow, as I said before, is very subjective because we are all unique and have different needs. Now, the Mediterranean diet is a good place to start, and it has a huge amount of supporting evidence as an anti-inflammatory diet. A low glycemic diet is suitable for people who are pre-diabetic or diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, some anti-inflammatory foods that you can incorporate in your diet include tomatoes, olive oil, green leafy vegetables, nuts, fatty fish, fruits, fish oil as a supplement, so that's for omega-3s, turmeric, or better is a supplement of curcumin, because curcumin has the anti-inflammatory medicinal properties. You have to eat a lot of turmeric to get there, and if you have a look at my video on turmeric, you can learn a bit more about it. Also, my video on ginger will tell you more about the anti-inflammatory properties of ginger. Garlic is anti-inflammatory, and cayenne pepper as well. It's actually a popular ingredient to put into muscle rubs, for example, and treatments for like arthritis. Now, ensure that you have the right balance of polyunsaturated fats. An excess of omega-6 fatty acids that are commonly found in vegetable oils and in processed foods cause inflammation in the body. And you can learn more about this in my video all about healthy fats. So if you suspect that you're intolerant of one or more foods, you should determine what it is that you are reacting to and remove it from your diet. Now, this is often a task that people need help with, as there are many underlying factors, and often you've got multiple factors affecting you. Now, this is one of the ways in which I help my clients who are experiencing gut health issues. I help them restore gut health by going through a process of removing inflammatory triggers and restoring and repairing the gut. I help them rebalance their lifestyle to help with managing stress and anxiety, and to redefine their culinary experience, because you need a new way of eating. What you've been doing hasn't worked, so I help people really embrace different ways of using food, all to create gut-brain happiness. So if you need help identifying the root cause of your inflammation or of any digestive symptoms that you're experiencing, then please do get in touch. I can help guide you to restore healthy digestive function by optimizing what you eat, your nutrition and your lifestyle. Please, I'm offering people a free gut health review. So get in touch and let us organise a chat so you can tell me what's going on, and I can give you some guidance. All right, so have a great day, and I'll see you next week.